What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another podcast. My name is Bailey Stanfield, and this is Peace of My Mind, the podcast where sometimes we get TikTok stars as guests. And today we have a very special guest. Her name is OnlyJayus on TikTok, also known as Bella. She's accumulated over 278,000 followers and 6.4 million likes. Her bio is, people have been calling me the female and vulgar Bill Nye the Science Guy, which is very accurate because she's often noted doing fun facts about the universe or about space or about anything that's got fun facts, and it's wildly entertaining. She's wicked smart. She's also wildly talented, and she just got a personality that you want to see what comes next. So I'm really excited that I was able to DM her on Instagram, and we talked for a little bit. I realized she's super awesome, and I decided to ask her on the podcast, and alas, here we are. So without further ado, I hope you enjoy this podcast with Bella. So, how are you?
I'm pretty good.
You're in school, right? Because you're like a genius and all that.
I'm a junior in college right now, yeah.
I love that. I just binged all of your, I like 50% of your TikToks because I was like, I feel like I don't know you enough. And then I got through a bunch of them and I was like, I also don't think that TikTok's the place to like get to know somebody.
What do you mean? I put my entire life on there.
Okay, yeah. So, and I wrote a bunch of things because I was like, I'm going to have a bunch of questions prepared because I feel like I never prepare enough for podcasts with guests. And I wrote like 6 things, and half of them got answered after my binge, which I felt weird because I thought that I had watched like a bunch of them. And then I was like, okay, well, maybe not. And then they were all answered. Like the cars thing, your car, obviously, you get asked about a lot. And I was like,
yes,
how's that happen? Trust me, I know about like getting asked the same question a trillion times, but
I'm making a YouTube video on it tomorrow, so hopefully everybody just gets it after that. But
how many YouTube videos do you have? Like
0
already?
As of right. I just finished one. I'm gonna record the car one tomorrow and then upload them at the same time, so I get people to go watch my stuff.
I love that. Playing the algorithm.
Trying to.
I definitely want to talk about the Best Buy thing. You did like a poll, I think, on Twitter or Facebook, or not Facebook, Instagram, like asking what people wanted to see.
Mm-hmm.
What ended up winning? I think that I voted. I can't remember.
The car stars ended up winning, and then second came like an About Me, which was kind of shocking. I didn't think people cared. After that, I forget what it was, but car stars won.
You'd be shocked. The About Me thing is like, people get attached to like characters and they're like, I kind of want to know about. That's kind of why I wanted to do a podcast, because like I feel like I've seen like some stuff, but I also feel like there's a lot of like gaps. Like, what am I missing?
Mm-hmm.
But here we are. So you're in school. You're super smart. To go ahead and like put it in perspective, I just gave myself a tattoo that says H2O to remind myself to drink water, and I put the 2 in the wrong spot. So it's like,
no shit, you did not.
I did. In that picture that I sent of my notes, I realized that it was in it. And I put it as like an exponent instead of the thing for the periodic table. What is that called?
I don't even know.
Like the H2.
But I'm looking at the picture right now. Oh my God. I think you did. Yeah.
I did. And I was on FaceTime with a friend as I was doing it. And she was like, hey, that's not right. And I was like, is it not? And I tried to like play it off cool and whatever. But now it's just iconic because I feel like that it sums me up. Here I am.
That's
with
really
my
funny.
H2O. And you just got tattoos, didn't you?
I just got 2 more, yeah. So 4 total.
Oh, okay. I've seen the ones on your calf because those are sweet, but I just saw the new ones. Are they in separate spots or are they in the same arm or leg or wherever they are?
They're both on my leg, so like right underneath my knees. They're kind of on the side facing outwards. I'm going for symmetrical leg tattoos.
I was gonna say that because like they're the ones on your calf are both symmetrical and they both have 2 words and it's like aesthetically pleasing.
Mm-hmm. On my Achilles heel.
I love that. I haven't like thought mine through very much. I have a big one on my arm. My original plan was to have a color sleeve and then a black and white sleeve, but I've just been going like way too slow. And now I just like in the process of me being like addicted to tattoos, I just give myself hand tattoos all the time just to like get that fix. and they're like my favorites.
I want sleeves, but I also want to wait till I have a little bit more money so they can like look cool. But like tattoos, I'm coming up with like different ideas that I can get like matching like twos of. Like I want like a butterfly and like a moth, and I haven't thought very far ahead yet, but kind of that direction.
You've got the ones on the it's be brave and then something else on your back.
Be brave and stop thinking.
I love that. That's like literally when I end up doing a hand tattoo, it's always because I'm like overthinking something, and then I do a hand tattoo because it's like impulsive and it just like gets that urge.
I overthink all the time. I was like, I need to get something that's going to remind me just to chill out a little bit and like live life, I guess.
They're constant reminders. I had a friend, I was talking to somebody about tattoos, and they were saying that, or like I was trying to argue that it's impossible to get like a regrettable tattoo because I guess that there's like you get like a bad face tattoo or something, but I feel like any tattoo that you get is going to be like tied to a memory or some night or something. Like it'll always be like a memorable thing.
Yeah, you just kind of have to like think like, well, it's on my body now, I have to accept it. Like, cool. I have one on my like the inside of my palm that I did, and I knew that it was going to fade away, but it hasn't like faded away as much as I was like hoping it would. And originally it just said yes with a period at the end, and I was like, that's kind of cool, like yes, just say yes to things. And then I changed it to yes, and I crossed out yes, and then I wrote no, and I crossed out no, and then I put yes again, and it was like indecisive, and it's one of my favorite ones, but I need to get it redone, but it hurts so bad. On the palm of your hand?
Yeah, it's like under my pinky and ring finger.
Oh my god, no.
And I did it myself, but the first time wasn't terrible, but the second time I went to go try it, I guess it's like because it's scarred over, it hurts, like I almost passed out. It was so bad. I just left it.
I've been able to handle the tattoo pain so far pretty well, but like I want to get something on my ribs and I'm afraid for that. And I'm like, I kind of want something on the bottom of my foot, which is weird, but like I know that's going to hurt like a motherfucker.
That would be sweet. I'd be down for a bottom of the foot tattoo. I have one on my ankle. That one like almost felt like nothing. I put I put a dollar sign and a smiley face because I feel like that was timeless. And I did those and they didn't hurt at all. None of them have really hurt except for the ones on the inside of my hand. Like I've got one on my pointer finger. But like, I don't know, tattoos are like almost soothing. Like the ones on my forearm were nice.
It's kind of addicting to go get them. Like I was so excited.
It's so
I'm excited
addicting.
to get more.
Do you want like a leg sleeve or do you just want symmetric, just however that ends up happening?
I want my legs completely covered. I don't know if the right word is sleeve because I'm getting them all like kind of separate, and then I want like sleeves on my arms eventually, and then I just want to be covered. I just want to be covered in tattoos already.
I mean, you could get like I've got on my arm, I've got 2 diamonds that I've gotten at separate times, but my plan is to have a full sleeve of just like diamonds throughout the whole thing, and it's like a passport. Like I've got one because I went to Haiti, and then one because I went to Brazil, and then I want to get like all the places that I've lived, but it'll just be like it'll be pictures that I've taken inside of diamonds that make a sleeve, but it's all gonna probably be over time, but the idea is a sleeve. So like
that's actually pretty cool.
It like takes a bit, but I mean it's still a sleeve. So like if you cover your legs, that's still like a sleeve. It's just over time.
I have 11 siblings, and for the younger ones, I want to get tattoos that are like for each of them so far. And like one of my siblings, she has 2 different colored eyes. So on the back of my legs, I'm gonna get one eye on each of them, and one's gonna be brown, one's gonna be blue. And like I'm coming up with ideas for each of my siblings.
I love that. So you're gonna be fully symmetric.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Hopefully.
Is that like do you like live life in symmetry, or is that just a personal like because it's body art?
I think it would just look cool.
That's fair.
Like going on Pinterest looking at people with tattoos, like some of them, like it's very rare to find one with like fully symmetrical, but like I think they look a lot nicer personally.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, like I was scrolling through Instagram and I just like grazed past yours, the new ones that you just got, and like they literally look straight out of Pinterest. Like they're
oh my god,
they're super clean.
I love my new ones so much.
They're nice. I mean, what was what made you think of those, or like what made you want to get those?
It was like an actual artist that I found that does like pieces like that where he'll like draw like Medusa and like her like head's kind of like separated, and on the inside it's like roses, and so like came up with the skull ones. And I like smiley faces and frowny faces for some reason. Like I'm trying to start a t-shirt line based around that too. Ooh. So I don't know, it just fit.
A t-shirt line, okay.
Trying to make this online creator thing work.
It's interesting. I wanted to talk about like, when you joined TikTok, did you intentionally go in for like hoping that it would be big and like be something, or was it kind of more like just for fun?
Well, I started it because my little sister had like 30,000 followers, and I was like, I could probably beat her. And I ended up beating her, but it got out of hand from there. And it's really fun. It's fun to make videos. So
it's so much. So I went in thinking like this is gonna be something that I can do, and I'm gonna get big on TikTok. And then like the more I did it, I was like, okay, this is actually like ridiculously entertaining. Mm-hmm. Like coming up with what you're gonna do next is it's like so much fun.
I'll be like sitting in class and I'll just like, I think of an idea and I'll write it down, and then I can't focus on like what my teacher is saying at all because I'm just like, I gotta go home and make this video. It's perfect. It's gonna go viral.
That's amazing.
And then it doesn't.
What got you on like the fun fact stuff?
I think I read like a shower thoughts Reddit page and I was like, that's interesting, and then it just got me down the rabbit hole there. And people like liked it, so I was like, well, I gotta make more now, and so now it's just my
a spiral.
thing.
I love that.
I'm just the vulgar female Bill Nye the Science Guy.
I saw that. That's so good. It's like it sums it up perfectly. Everybody's like, okay, I get that exactly. Have you ever heard of what's it called? It's called Uncle Tom's something, and it's like in the bathroom. It's like a calendar, but it's got each day has a new like either fun fact or like story kind of thing.
I have not seen that.
My dad used to get it, and it was like, we were like, oh, we know what to get Dad for Christmas because that's what we get each year. And it was that, and it's amazing because I think that it's got like a random story or like a news article, and then under that has a fun fact. I don't know, but I've always been like a fun fact guy because I have completely useless knowledge about like most things. It's like I'm sweet at trivia because I know like really obscure things that nobody needs to know.
Well, you know how Snapple has like fun facts on the inside of their caps? Did you know about like 50% of those are just not true?
Really?
And it breaks my heart. It's like, how are we supposed to know which ones aren't true? But yeah, like somebody did something where they like showed that like a lot of them just aren't true.
And that's why I have trust issues. Who does? Like,
I have so many trust issues.
Who decided that was okay? I'm never drinking Snapple again. I'm going to Pure Leaf, and that's
then it just makes me feel like I gotta fact check my stuff more, because whenever I get like a fact wrong, I feel like everybody's like, she's a fraud, and I don't know.
That's literally why I stopped reading books, because like, oh, I can just watch your TikToks and that's it. What do you usually go by? Do you go by Jayus or do you go by Isabella or Bella?
Like in person, if somebody calls me Jayus, it's a little weird, but I just go by Bella.
Bella. That's what you introduced yourself as. But I don't know. People literally have started, like my Instagram name is just Bayfield, and people call me Bayfield, and I don't even like think twice about it.
I think it's funny that people think my real name is Jayus though, because I had my name tag in a couple of my videos. They're like, why does it say Bella? And I'm like, you guys need to put two and two together really quick.
Sometimes you've got an internet persona. Where did Jayus come from?
It's an Indonesian word for something so unfunny that you can't help but laugh, and I thought it fit my humor like perfectly, so I just picked it.
Well, what does it mean?
It means something so unfunny you can't help but laugh. That's the definition.
That's what it means?
Yeah.
Oh, that's incredible. It's such a simple word. I'm a big fan of that. I thought that it was like a last name or something, or like somebody was like, hey, Jayus. I don't know, our middle name. That's sweet.
It's like a word in another language that nobody speaks.
Except for Rich Brian, exclusively. Let's see. What else? I've been trying to, like, TikTok is so, I think that it's like a government thing, because how addicted I am is really, like, unfortunate. And, like,
Isn't it the Chinese government?
It used to be TikTok? Musical.ly. It was literally Musical.ly. Okay. And they bought Musical.ly, and then Musical.ly, you can go and buy the domain right now, like, if you so desired. But it's the same people. Like for Mr. Beast, we did a couple, I think we did either one or two ads for them, and they gave us like too much money, and they didn't even check the ad. Like we just made the ad, and they're like, yeah, this is good. Now just there you go. And they just had Jimmy like make a TikTok, and Chandler made a TikTok, and that was that. Which usually for ads, like it's like insane and like it's like pulling teeth. But they got something sus going on. I don't know what it is.
Interesting.
But I'm all for it.
TikTok's super addicting.
It really is. I was just talking to my friend about, like, we were just comparing For You pages, and like trying to figure out what puts things on your For You page. And it's definitely what you like, but like what started it and then how does it end up happening? It's insane. And like why something can like get huge for 25 minutes and then all of a sudden die and then maybe pick back up.
I have a theory on it, and I've heard it from somebody else too, so like other people kind of are figuring it out. I'm pretty sure that TikTok makes your video go through like trials. So like it'll go through like an initial trial where like your followers will see the thing, and if it gets a lot of like comments or shares, it'll go through another trial and it'll like open up to some people in their For You page, and it'll just keep doing that over and over again until it like hits like a peak, and then it's gonna go on everybody's.
That's crazy. That would make sense though.
And that's when it's viral.
But like if you have 0 follow, like the one that got big on my page, I like was not like anything else that I posted, and it just all of a sudden took off and it made no sense.
I know like my first video like blew up, which is weird. I think maybe like if it's your first couple videos, TikTok gives you a little bit of like leeway.
Yeah.
Because my very first one got like 50,000 likes, and I was like, wow, this shit's easy.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they have like some bots to get you hooked in, and then from there it's like legit.
Makes sense.
It wouldn't. I mean, because there's got to be something that's drawing. Because it's not that different than Vine, but Vine didn't have as many creators.
Vine
so,
had
like,
less?
It had a lot less. It had a. I mean, it might have had like.
I never had a Vine, so I don't know.
I had a Vine, but I mainly just watched it. But it was like, maybe it's the ease of use or like, I don't know, because it might have even like it might have had around the same number of people, but it did not have as many people like making stuff.
So like more people are trying to get famous through TikTok than like people were trying to get famous on Vine. Is what you're saying.
And I think it's because that somehow they make it where you can get famous easier, or like maybe not easier, but it's like easier to like make you like crave wanting to keep making stuff. Because Vine was like, I don't even remember how Vine like did stuff. They had Revine, but I think it was likes and Revines also. But
I was like grounded the entire time Vine was popular, so I never had it. I heard about it. Like my friends showed me a couple of videos, but like never had Vine.
It started out the same way as TikTok, where it was like people downloaded it as a joke, and then they're like, oh shoot, okay, this is like watching one YouTube video, but you get 5,000 different little clips in the same time.
Wasn't it like 6 seconds or something like that? Like something super.
It was 6 seconds, and then I think they changed it to like 7 to 10, and then from there.
I don't know how they could do that. Like I feel like 15 seconds isn't even enough for me.
I think that's what killed it, because everybody loved the 6 seconds, because in order to make a 6-second clip, like you had to really think about it, and it was like there's a bunch of people on TikTok now that used to be Viners, or like David Dobrik was a Viner, but it was like you had to really think about what it was going to be to make it like entertaining. But then they added, like, you know how on Instagram, if your clip is longer than 60 seconds, it's automatically an IGTV video.
Yeah.
And like after the 60 seconds is done, you have to click the link. That's how Vine was, but it was after 15 seconds, you had to click the link and then go to it. And I think that's what killed it. And then they were never a thing, and that was it. And Logan Paul was angry.
If you change like the entire like idea of your app, it's definitely going to draw people away sometimes.
Yeah, which is, you know, I don't know how YouTube's made it as far as they did with how much people hate it.
Because they're the only one there. Like name a YouTube competitor.
That's true. I mean, you've got like Venmo, but that's like strictly for like business and like showcasing your short films. You had a YouTube channel, you said, and then you
did.
It got taken down, or like you said it kept getting taken down.
I got terminated after 3 strikes.
How did you get 3? Like I got 1 strike, and it was for a useless reason, and I felt like there were so many times where like I could have gotten a strike, but I didn't. What did you do?
I made like drug stories, like life stories. Sometimes they were like sex stories. I don't know. I was trying to go for like the shock, like commentary type thing.
Yeah.
And it was around the time of the PewDiePie adpocalypse, and I think that had something to do with it. And I'd had a couple of videos in a row that just got either reported or like a bot did it, and it just got terminated after 3 strikes. I woke up one morning and my channel was gone.
Oh, nice. Did you? But there's literally like beheading videos on YouTube. Like I'm trying to figure out the difference.
I think it was because I was monetizing mine. I didn't know that if you like didn't monetize your video, you get a little bit of leniency. But I was like monetizing everything, so I'm like, I'm trying to make money.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It was dumb. I feel like if I try to make the same videos now, I'd be fine. But
They've gone through some stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. YouTube is fun. Facebook still gets more views than YouTube. I don't know how that's possible either.
Just because there's everybody has a Facebook, but like, I don't know. I don't feel like I use Facebook enough to like make videos on Facebook.
I always like have this theory. I'm like, oh, for branding purposes, I'll post my Instagram videos and pictures onto Facebook and it'll be fun. And then I just never check it. And I'm like, no, this is pointless. I'm just throwing crap for no reason.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just
yelling
sit here
into
and
the
like,
void.
Exactly. Have you like, so what are you in school for?
Computer engineering.
Did you ever like think I'm going to go to computer engineering, but I might end up being like a creative person?
I think about that all the time, but I don't want to drop out of college. I still want to like get my degree. Even if I get my degree and I'm like, all right, that's it, I got it, and then just continue on this like creative online person thing.
Well, yeah. So I'm saying more like, have you thought of yourself as a creative person before college or like in like high school and stuff?
Yes, I actually, my YouTube channel I started like sophomore or junior year of high school, so I was doing like YouTube stuff before I even considered like what my major in college was going to be.
Interesting. I think that, well, I mean, you're like a genius, so like school seems like it kind of comes semi-naturally.
Holy crap, no it doesn't.
Really?
I have to work so hard just to like keep up with everybody else in my class.
Is that like certain subjects or?
Like the main subjects for computer engineering for like, so like all my math classes, I have to go to the study sessions like way more than everybody else does. Like physics, I've failed once. I failed calculus 1 twice before I got to Calc 2 and got an A, and then Calc 3 I'm in right now. Like, I struggled a lot with school.
Really?
I'm just determined.
That's see, there's like, I definitely respect the determined people much more than like, I was really good at test taking throughout. I dropped out, I think, before junior year, but the only thing that got me through was I was just good at test taking, and it wasn't that I actually knew the information. And it made me angry, and I know it made some other people angry, but I just like, I don't know, it wasn't my place. I didn't have any desire to try, and then I just said nope. But that's, I mean,
I'm kind of the opposite in that sense. Like, I get what's going on in class when like the teacher's talking about it, and I can study and I get it, but as soon as a test hits, I crumble. I can't take tests at all.
Is it like a test anxiety, or is it you just blank?
I don't know. I've never figured it out, but I'm just not good at taking tests. I've considered like they have like resources to where you can go outside of the classroom and take your test, but I'm like, I don't want to be that person. I don't know.
Yeah. Yep. High school was fun. College was fun, but yeah. I think that it might have been just my major. I changed my major like 7 times, but it was all around the same thing, and it was always like video stuff or graphic design or psychology or whatever.
What did you major in?
I started as an art student, so I went to like legit art school, and it was at this place called VCU, and in order to like get into the major that you wanted, you had to do something called art foundations, and I had to do like painting and drawing, and I can't do that. I'm more of like I have the idea and I know how to get there, but I don't know how to do it, if that makes sense. So like I can't paint or draw, but I understand film, but I didn't want to go through that process. So I transferred after my first semester, and then I changed to cinema, and then I kept changing around. But they were all around like the video, and I want to do like commercial marketing and things of that nature. It was all around the same, but I just didn't know what I wanted to do. And then I just realized like every time I changed my major, it put me back like a semester. I was like, okay, I don't know what I'm doing. So then I dropped out, and I got like a few other jobs, and then I just landed the Mr. Beast job, and I've just kind of been cruising and figuring out what I'm going to do.
See, in high school, I was always like, I want to make computer games because I played video games. So like the obvious career choice is to make video games. And then I built my own computer, and I was like, oh, that was kind of fun. So I majored in like computer engineering. And it's just been like way more math and a lot less computers than I ever expected, and I'm hoping it gets better once I transfer to like an actual university and get out of community college. But like though I've considered changing my major into something I'd enjoy a little bit more, but I just don't want to waste my time.
Yeah. I mean, and you're this far, you're a junior in community college, or is that like
yes.
like have you been somewhere else?
Just community college. So like most STEM majors, they have to go for at least 3 years before you can transfer. Unlike all other majors, you can get out in like 2.
Yeah. Okay.
Just because the sheer amount of math classes you have to take.
I had a roommate that was doing computer science, and It was like he would do like the coding stuff and it didn't make any sense, but it was sweet.
Very similar. Like in computer engineering, you still do coding. It's just a lot more of the hardware side. So you're doing like assembly languages versus like programming language that are like making games, I guess.
So do you want to be entirely like behind the scenes kind of stuff?
I don't know what I want to do anymore.
Well, like going into it, is that what you wanted to do?
Yeah, I wanted to be like the programmer that makes the video games rather than like the designer type because I'm not too creative, or at least I don't think I am. But
I mean, I think the fact that you can pump out as much content as you do compared to literally anybody I've talked to, like I feel that enough just the determination makes up for anything that you have, because you clearly like want to put the effort in.
I appreciate that.
I think that covers it. I had something and I completely forgot what it was.
Look at your notes, man. I'm looking at your notes.
I wrote like 15 more things after that. Okay. So I was scrolling through. I can't remember when it was, but there was one video that you did where you did like a trick shot or like a Rube Goldberg with a marble, and you shot it into a glass. Yeah. That was about the most entertaining thing I've seen in my entire life. I watched it like 5 times. Yes, it was like, because I don't know. I was like,
it was the music. The music in the background got everybody hooked.
It was the music in the background. It had a beginning and a climax, and then it ended, and you're like, okay, so it happened. Spoiler alert, it did work. But like,
the one thing that pissed me off about that video is the cup is like right behind the description, and I was like, no.
It's like your reaction makes you be like, it went in. So, okay, what are some things that you would change about TikTok? Because this is something for example, the description thing is really obnoxious, and like when you either accidentally put text or you put text because that's the only place it would fit. Like, I wish that the description would just not be there. But in live, you can swipe and make the text, like all the chat, go away, and it's the full screen. So I just wish that there was a feature like that where you could just make the description go away for a second, or like hold the screen.
That's actually a really good idea.
It'd be nice.
Like you can go back and forth between. I feel like if you did that though, like not a lot of people would like things anymore, or comment or share just because they're looking at like the video itself.
Yeah. I'm curious how many people double tap versus press the heart.
I press the heart.
Really? I double tap. Okay.
Double tap looks cool every time I do it, but I never remember to do it.
I get mesmerized by double tapping sometimes because the heart changes angle, and I just watch it.
I actually tried to start like a TikTok thing where I was like, ways to improve TikTok, and like the first video was like, TikTok needs a dark mode, because they do. Every app needs a dark mode, and TikTok's no exception. But it didn't go anywhere, so I never continued it.
Is it in your drafts?
No, I think it's still like on my page.
Oh, you did post it. How did I miss it? Am I studying? How did I miss it?
I'm like running around my apartment complex, and then I get really close, and I'm like, TikTok needs a dark mode, and then it just ends.
I love that. Instagram got a dark mode, and that was life-changing.
The whole iPhone got dark mode, and I love it. Like, never going back.
I already have my phone on like there's like a night mode where it turns it orange, just because I'm paranoid of like blue light. But I have it like pretty low on the night mode thing, and then putting dark mode in was fantastic. I'm all for it.
I need to buy blue light blocking glasses because I'm on my computer way too much.
You gotta look for some sponsors.
I'm trying. You gave me advice on like how to message sponsors, and I just haven't like done it yet. But I'll send a couple.
I sent 2 because there's one guy that I got blue light glasses that I like, no joke, I wear every single day of my life, because I've got one pair that's non-prescription and then one pair that's prescription, and I just wear them all the time. But it's the editor from Endgame, and he started his own company, and I just DM'd them, and they sent me a couple pairs. But it's so like, I get because I'm staring at a computer all day from editing, but putting on or like having glasses literally changes so much. Highly recommended.
I forgot how long and time consuming editing was until today. I like sat down around like 12, and I'm like, all right, let's like finish this video. And I finished like right before this phone call. So it took about 7 hours for me to do it.
It doesn't make sense. Like, I know what I'm trying to do, and it still takes me forever to do.
Like I wasn't even like taking breaks or anything. I was just like going the entire time, just like oh my God, it just took forever. I don't know where the time went.
You get into a zone. That makes time go faster though. Like at work, I'm literally editing for like 8 hours a day, and it like we'll usually finish the video probably in like, we try to figure it out. It's like 40 to 60 hours for each video, and it's like sometimes it really drags out because you're staring at the same thing like for however long. But then sometimes it's just
for the Mr. Beast videos.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
My own videos, I just edited. I've actually got somebody that edits some of my videos because, like, since I'm editing all day, the last thing I want to do when I'm home, like having free time, is edit. So I have a couple people that edit for me. But I edited my last 2 Instagram videos, and it was like super fun because I was like, I'm editing myself. This is fun. But it takes a while. It's
the editor hires editors.
That's like half my comments. Wait a second, he's got an editor? But
that's funny.
That's how it is. Let's see. Like most of my things that I wrote down, like half are like solid thoughts, and then half are really random things that I just noticed, and I was like, this might spark something. So
I like everything that you've brought up so far. Like, love the conversation going on.
Good. That's what I wanted to hear. I saw in like the last few, you tuck half of your shirt in, like the old French tuck. Is that? Are you like trying to start something?
Okay. So my ex was like, hey, I was like having her pick out my outfits for school when it first started, and she's like, you should tuck your shirt in. And I tucked my shirt in. She's like, take it half out, and I'm like, okay. And I did it, and she's like, that's a look. And I'm like, cool. And it's just a thing that goes on now.
I love that.
I can't wear a shirt normally now. I feel like if I tuck it, I get a lot more compliments on my outfits now than I did before the tuck. So
it's different. You gotta look different. People don't notice people that look the same. That's just the facts. I used to watch Casey Neistat all the time, and he would roll one pant leg up, and I was like, I'm gonna do that. So then I did, and people always complimented, and I was like, hey, thanks. And that's all you gotta do.
Just one pant leg?
I feel one pant
my
leg.
Ankles would get cold.
Well, I don't wear shorts anymore because I'm convinced that my legs don't have any like temperate like control because they're always the same temperature. But I would roll one ankle up, and it was nice.
See, I only wear shorts. Like, I'm kind of worried for winter coming up because I don't want to buy pants because I bought a ton of fucking shorts over the summer. I don't know. Personal issue.
I don't know. I used to, when I was in like elementary school, I only wore shorts, and then something changed, and now I only wear pants. Like, it could be 100 degrees, and I wear pants for some reason.
See, but now I also got these like leg tattoos going on, so I need to wear shorts to show them off.
Fair enough.
I spent money for a reason.
Exactly. I always want to wear a short sleeve shirt, but I also love crew necks. So then I'm like, well, I've got my hand tattoos. Maybe some people will see it. I just got one on my wrist, and I feel so sweet because sometimes people see it.
What'd you get?
It's my sister, myself, and my mom went and got matching tattoos, and it's just like an equal sign, but there's 3 lines, so it's just 3 straight lines. But it's cool. Unique, and I forget about it all the time.
I kind of forget I have tattoos until I like look at my leg. I'm like, oh, there you are.
I think that's when you make it. Like when you've forgotten about your tattoos, that's when you know it's like part of you. Mm-hmm. Like I'll count mine out. Somebody's like, how many tattoos do you have? And I'm like, I mean, like, I don't know. And I'll say like a number, and then I'll forget to count one. And I'm like, sick. Okay. That's part of me now. What else? Oh, okay. So you just went to some sort of festival.
I did.
What was that?
That was Aftershock. It's kind of like Coachella, but for rock music. Uh-huh. It was the best day of my life, and I've been telling everybody that it's the best day of my life.
It seemed pretty exciting. I
feel like the only way I could top that day is next year when I go for the entire weekend instead of just one day.
Is it like a day night thing, or?
It was like Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday, and it's all day. Like they open the gates at 12, and they don't close them till like 9 or 10 when the last band plays. And there's so many bands. Like there was like 50 bands that played. I saw Blink-182, Rob Zombie, Bring Me the Horizon, Marilyn Manson, Stone Temple Pilots, Bad Religion, like Korn was there, Fiddler, like tons and tons of bands.
How do you think they get these people? I mean, not
pay them.
Not that. I mean, I get that, but like, get them all in one area.
Like, what do you mean?
Like logistically, that hurts so bad. Like thinking about it.
Well, like the Discovery Park, the place it was at, is huge, like insanely huge. I'm pretty sure I looked it up, and like 35,000 people bought tickets to Aftershock. There were 35,000 people at that park at like the same time, and
That's insane.
It was just insane.
I went to a concert called Hangout Fest in Mobile, Alabama, and it was sweet, but like there were a bunch of like Cardi B was there. Like there were a bunch of like big names, but then there was some definite fillers, and you could tell it was like, we ran out of time. Let's go get a couple people for like the smaller stages. But it was fun. It was like a 3-day event, and it was kind of like the same thing, but I don't know how they do that. My mom just recommended a Netflix show about about Woodstock, and I need to go and watch it.
Woodstock looked insane. I'm pretty sure they had like 100,000 people. Like I can't imagine having that many people.
I think my mom said that they sold 250,000 tickets, but 400,000 people showed up.
Holy shit.
'Cause like,
where was it at? Where was Woodstock at?
I can't remember. It was she said that the venue changed like a week before or something, and they had to change the whole thing, and people still showed up. And wherever this city was, it was Woodstock, like maybe Indiana or Illinois or somewhere. It was like a big field, but somehow they moved the whole venue and got the city to like back them up, and they were all like doing like food drives and like donating stuff because they didn't have enough. They weren't prepared for literally double the size, but it only happened once, and I thought that it happened like 3 times.
I'm pretty sure, wasn't there like a Woodstock in the 90s? Like they tried to do it again. I've seen a picture of Green Day in something.
I think it was like a revamped Woodstock, but it wasn't nearly the same because it was like they had to regulate so many things.
400,000 people. That gives me anxiety.
That's literally the size of like the entire Wyoming, all of Wyoming.
Oh my god.
What
was cool about Aftershock though is like all the bands were like right after each other. So like if there were 2 bands that you really wanted to see, they weren't gonna like overlap. Like one band would finish, you have about 5 minutes to get to the next stage, and the next band's gonna start. So I liked it. It was cool.
That's amazing. We had to like pick. We were like, all right, let's schedule this out. I want to go and see this person. You want to go see them, so we'll go see half of their show and half of their show. And we're like, well, we'll compromise. But that's sweet that they actually thought it out. Have you been to any other festivals?
Not any other festivals, but I've been to like a lot of concerts.
My dad goes to a lot of concerts. I used to go to a lot of concerts, but I just work too much, and I'm always scared to stay up too late. And there's nothing in Greenville, so I'd have to go to like Raleigh, North Carolina. It's like an hour and a half away.
I live in like the Central Valley, so like maybe 30-40 minutes from me is like Fresno. I don't know if you've heard of it, but they have concerts like all the time. My first concert was Cage the Elephant, and it was like big stadium concerts that I've been to. And they also have this bar called Strummers. Super fucking cool. They always have like really big names, but then they have like smaller names. You're like, oh, let me go check them out, and they're always dope. A concert,
I feel like the concert scene is coming back with how little people are paid from streaming websites. Like I feel like there was definitely a time where concerts were kind of, people were trying to get internet famous, and like, I'm just gonna throw 6 albums out this year and try to get huge. But then you're getting like a fraction of a cent every 1,000 views, and people were like, okay, I gotta make my money somehow, and concerts are coming back.
I am glad if that's the truth. Concerts are so great.
My dad goes to a show that's like a cover band of 70s and 80s music, and they like sell out every week. They sell out, and it's like
I don't think I've ever been to a cover band.
I haven't either. But
I don't know if I would want to go to a cover band.
I mean, if it's like cover bands of like Pink Floyd and like people who don't play anymore. So it would be.
I know. What is it? The Hella Mega Tour is coming up. I want to buy tickets for that. It's Green Day, Weezer, trying to think who else, Fall Out Boy, and the Interrupters.
Jeez, I think the concerts are worth it. Our festivals are definitely worth it.
Yes, 100%.
No matter where they are, just buy a plane ticket and you're there.
I went to Aftershock alone too. Like that was fun. I didn't have to worry about like losing anybody in the mosh pits. Like I didn't have to worry about meeting up with anybody. I was just there by myself. I could be who I wanted to be. Nobody asked me questions. It was an amazing time.
I love that. Are you like an introverted person or a more outgoing?
Oh, I'm so introverted. It's kind of sad.
Interesting. But you went and did things by yourself.
Would you not be able to, like, can you not get that from my videos or anything that I'm introverted?
Well, I could have, but like there's like the extroverted introverts where like you're really good at playing an introvert, but you're super extroverted. I'm the opposite.
At the concert, like I met people and I talked to people, but like I was mostly just alone, like minding my business the entire time. Like it was a lot more enjoyable that way.
I love that because you're like thinking like, oh, I'll never see these people again. You can just be whatever.
Pretty much, yeah.
That's perfect.
There was an all-girl mosh pit that's going to end up being on a Netflix documentary about mosh pits. So whenever that comes out, I'm excited to see it.
Are you about to make it in?
I should. I'm the tallest person there. I was the tallest girl, and like I was wearing a backpack, so like all these girls were like pulling down on my backpack, so I look like I'm just stumbling everywhere. I don't look great, but like I'm still excited to look at it.
But you were comfortable, and that's what matters. That's insane. That's so much fun. I'm so uncomfortable in like most situations, but like I don't know. That sounds so much fun.
It was. Highly recommend.
I'm so interested. Like working on it. Anyway, how many? You said you had 11 siblings.
I do.
Y'all could have like a full offensive line on football?
They're all half siblings too. Like I don't have any full siblings.
Really?
I'm like one of a kind.
Look at you. You're an only child and have a giant family.
The only child. On my mom's side, I'm the youngest, but on my dad's side, I'm the oldest.
Really?
Interesting stuff.
Fun fact. Isabella is in the middle of everything. The, frick. What was I going to say? Earlier, I was in the car with the other guy that I edit with, and we go to lunch every day, and I was trying to remember something, and right as I got it, I forgot it, and then I started to say it, and I stopped mid-phrase because I forgot what I was saying, and it happened like 3 times, and that was rare, and I thought that I was having a stroke, and then I made it out alive and finished my sentence, but if that doesn't sum me up, I don't know what does.
I feel like I get your entire personality from that story.
That should be my new bio.
That should be your whole bio.
I don't even remember what my bio is.
I forgot what I was going to say, and then I remembered, and then I forgot again. I was like...
And that's me.
I just kept forgetting, and I was having a stroke, but that's me.
I did a TikTok with, what's her name? I duetted Muslim Thick, and it was her up in a tree, and then somebody saw that she was up in a tree, and she, like, awkwardly laughed it off, and I've never felt so connected to a person in my entire life. So I had to duet it, and that's what ended up happening.
I get so many duets from, like, small children, and it's kind of weird.
Okay, so remember, I edit for a channel dedicated to 9 to 12-year-olds.
That is true.
So my DMs are very filled with small children.
Are they nice, or are they, like, just sending you shitty memes?
I mean...
'Cause I get a lot of shitty memes.
It's a little bit of both. I mean, I enjoy it, and I'm super appreciative, but I definitely, like, ignore a lot of them. Like, I'll... If somebody's just saying, hey, like, they're just like, hi. And then that's it. And then maybe some people, like... The most thing I get is, people try to video chat or, like, call and just go straight to my requested.
Thing?
It's
like,
bizarre.
I'm not going to answer, bro.
What are you expecting? But
like, at least shoot me a text first. Like, hey, is it cool if I video chat you?
Hey, you trying to video chat? I've started doing lives, and on Instagram you can, like, bring somebody into your live, and it's a good time. I highly recommend it.
I'll try it.
What was I gonna say? I was gonna say something about something. I don't know. It doesn't matter.
Don't have a stroke again.
I'll try my best. So you're starting a YouTube channel.
I am.
Are they all gonna be stories?
No. I'm gonna definitely not do the story thing again. I feel like I'm burnt out on stories.
The thumbnail you sent seemed like it seemed like, I don't know, like a discussion.
It kind of is. Have you ever seen the YouTube channel Exerbia?
I haven't.
He's kind of like this. His profile picture is a turtle. That's kind of the best way to describe it. And then he does like a lot of videos about like the universe and like death and just like existential like crisis shit. But it's all very like researched and thorough, and just it's something you can throw on and just listen to.
Literally,
I'm kind of going for that. Like check his channel out. Check his channel out. It's kind of what I'm trying to base my channel off of a little bit. I want to do my own twist to it, obviously, but that's my inspiration.
What's the channel name?
Exerbia, but the I is a 1.
Exerbia. Oh, came up. All right. going to sub, and I'm going to go and watch most of those.
Because great. And then my first video is called what I name it? Am I dumb?
Something exponential. Existential.
It says God's not real, but why he exists. And I'm kind of going into the idea of like, because I personally don't think that there is a God, and I'm going into like why humans thought of a God in the first place, and it's just a big research video on that.
Do you ever watch Joe Rogan or listen to Joe Rogan?
All the time.
That's like his spiel. But he's also like a psilocybin mushrooms kind of guy, and like a psychedelics brought religion, which makes total sense.
I'm a psilocybin mushrooms type of girl, so
matches up, lines up. I'm so excited for that.
The video?
Yeah.
It should be up like tomorrow around noon, I'm hoping. I finished it tonight and I was like, maybe I could post it tonight, but I also want to post my car video at the same time. So
are you gonna
wait?
Like, how long in between are you gonna post?
I'm probably gonna do them right after each other, like, and then go make a TikTok video saying like, hey, you like my car star things? Like, go check out my channel. And I'm hoping that if people go and check out that car star video, they'll see I have another video already uploaded. They'll watch that and get them hooked.
Genius. Oh, that was something I wrote down. Wait, go ahead. Sorry. No, you go. It'll lead into it.
Just by posting like, hey, go follow like my YouTube channel. I already think I have like a little over 300 subscribers already. So I got a small audience. Hopefully it'll grow by then.
It'll grow.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. You'll beat Exerbia like pretty quick. That was I saw your ad on TikTok, but I saw your Instagram story first, and that's what brought me to your TikTok, which was like genius. Did you do that intentionally, where you played the last like 2 seconds? You're like, people are gonna want to watch this.
Which video are you talking about? My watch ad thing
on Instagram. I can't remember. It was like, I enjoy making money or something.
Oh yeah.
Did you do that on purpose?
Did it only post the last part?
Yeah.
I did not do that on purpose.
Well, act like you did, because it worked.
That's so funny. Okay, I gotta check that out after this.
Yeah, it's literally the last 2 seconds is all that showed up.
I enjoy making money.
That's
People
all
like,
it said.
Oh,
that's literally all it said. And that makes you, it's like, she's mysterious. What's that mean? So then, because I wrote that down, I wrote like, why'd you put, I like winning money. Why was that your Instagram story? And I was going to just ask you, but then I went on my binge to go and study up, and I saw that your last TikTok was like the ad, and it worked. It was literally like, Geico would
happy little
pay millions.
Accidents.
It was perfect. And then I watched it. I was like, oh, so that's what that came from. It was like, cause yeah, kudos on that, because it didn't feel like an ad at all.
It didn't? I feel like it did, and it's not going to go anywhere, and then the people aren't going to work with me anymore.
No, it was perfect. Honestly,
cool.
Just they might look at it and be like, wow, okay, she's got something going on here.
At first, they sent me like a script, and I was like reading through it, and I messaged them back. I was like, do I have to stick to this script 100%? And they're like, why? And I'm like, because it kind of sucks.
See? That's you thinking outside the box.
I didn't say that, but I was like, maybe like the facts should be more interesting, because I think they were like, did you know a watch makes you more attractive? And I was like, fact 1. I'm like,
yikes.
No, we're not doing that.
Here, how about this? I'll put some actual knowledge. And you know how to make it more branded. Like, you killed it. You definitely understood better than they did. I love that.
I tried.
Yeah, now I want to go and buy a watch. Simple as that.
You have a chance to win $2,000.
Easy. Go and check out. It's your link is definitely gonna be in the description. What was I gonna say? I gotta get past this. I literally have no idea what I was gonna say. Like, not even like a small. Oh, yes, I do. So, are you an Apple or like an Android, Google, Microsoft kind of person?
I have an iPhone.
Okay.
But I built my own Windows computer.
That's fair. That's about where I am. So I build my own computers, but I have an iPhone. But I still like Mac, like laptops better.
See, I think they're really pretty, and the operating system is like really easy to use. Like, I had to sell them at Best Buy for a while, but I don't think I could use one. I feel like I'm too accustomed to Windows. I grew up on Windows.
It's like the only difference that I ever get is they switched the Alt and Control button for some reason. And that
well, and like the X button is on the complete opposite side of where it's supposed to be.
the X
like
button?
the little red button. Like when you click X, it's like in the top.
Oh yeah.
Right corner.
Oh, I forget about
X
that.
on Apple is always on the other side, and I always fuck it up.
Because we edit on Windows, like ridiculous super machine, whatever. But I do my own stuff on a Mac, and I forget about things like that. Like I know my like hotkeys because I use Control and all the time, but I use Command and Alt on a Mac, and they're switched, and that throws me off all the time. But other than that, I almost don't even realize.
My computer was really struggling today while trying to edit these videos, so I might have to upgrade my computer. Kind of sad about it, but I don't even know what to upgrade. I already have 16 gigabytes of RAM. I think it might just be my processor.
Got to throw in the processor. That's the issue with what do you use to edit?
Sony Vegas.
Oh, that's also might be like an optimization thing because we started on Sony Vegas, or that's like one of the first things I used. But they've got like settings that you can, instead of CPU, you can use GPU, and it usually helps. But
I'll have to go mess around with those.
Something to look through.
Because it kept like freezing, and I was constantly saving because I knew if it froze, I had to restart it, and it was like getting annoying.
They also have autosave things. We've at work we literally have an autosave every minute just in case.
Just in case.
Because you never know.
Power could go out and all your hard work's gone.
It happened the other day. The power went out, but we were like, good thing we have our
autosave.
And we came back and it was like nothing happened.
Cool.
I think I'm going to wrap it up, but
okay.
One more thing that I know you're going to make a video about, so you can like spare details if you want, but the Best Buy, getting fired from Best Buy. How did that happen?
Okay. So there was like a trend on TikTok. I'm not sure if you remember it or if you were on TikTok at the time. It was the We Are the Girls challenge, and people would like walk in a circle and like, we're the girls, we're the girls, we're the girls. And they'd say something like outrageous and crazy.
Yeah.
And that eventually turned into like other people doing the same thing. Like, we're the gays, or like, we're the Hot Topic employees, we're the Home Depot employees, we're the Target employees. And I saw like a lot of those videos and I was like, I'm going to do one. So I did We Are the Best Buy employees. And I was just saying like crazy, outrageous stuff that happened like at the store, basically, like customer interactions or stuff that the store itself did or corporate did that I knew like people would be like, wow, that sucks, or like related to. And this was like before I even had like maybe 20,000 followers on TikTok, so I didn't think it was going to go anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And a customer complained to corporate over it, and I got called into the office one day and they're like, you made these videos? And I'm like, yeah. They're like, you need to delete them. And I was like, okay. Like if you delete them, it'll help you when corporate comes in. I'm like, okay, cool. So I deleted them, no problem. Corporate came in, fired me. Anyway, like they didn't even care.
Wait, so that was their discussion? Like when you said that, did you say that you flew there, or they flew to you?
They flew to me.
Okay. And they literally just came over and just dropped the van hammer? Basically,
because they were doing an investigation, so they're like asking me questions. They're like, why did you post the video? And I'm like, it was a trend. And they're like, do you understand like what our social media policy is? I'm like, no, I don't know any of the specifics. But it was like, it's just dumb because we have an entire Best Buy subreddit dedicated to talking shit about customers and the company, and nobody gets fired from that. There's hundreds of YouTube videos of people in their uniform talking shit about Best Buy and their customers. Nobody gets fired from that. I make one TikTok video, a customer complaints, and I get fired.
You got to look at that as unique. How many people can say that they got fired because they made a TikTok video? Especially from Best Buy.
That one chick from Panera.
Oh, wait. Okay, I did see that. Okay, besides that.
I'm not sure.
You have that story forever. That's insane.
It's going to be, that's going to be the start. I feel like because it was so perfectly timed, it's giving me an opportunity to, start this online stuff with, more free time, I guess.
Yeah,
so
I love that.
I'm trying to see the positive on it.
That'll be your autobiography. It'll be called Corporate Best Buy Flew to Fire Me, and that's the name. That's the title.
That's the title of the book.
That's sweet, though. Are you working right now? Are you just working on social media stuff?
I'm not working. I have enough savings that I'm comfortable giving myself at least a month. And right now I'm actually making almost the same amount of money that I was at Best Buy. So I feel like if I give myself a month, I'll be okay.
Yeah.
If I can make this TikTok thing my job, or YouTube thing my job, and I don't have to go get a real person job, it'll be cool because then I could just focus on that and then school rather than focusing on that, school, and a person job.
Yeah. I love that. Once you drop the merch, I think it'll help too. That's sweet.
Thank you.
Wishing you the best of luck.
Thank you so much.
Oh, that's so exciting. It's like the little things that happen where you're like, you gotta like look at it and you're like, maybe that happened on purpose. Maybe it's not
Like, it's a
God or
sign.
whatever your video is gonna say.
The universe is
The
giving me a
universe.
sign.
I love that. Well, this went great.
I agree.
I enjoyed this thoroughly. All right, and an awkward ending because I'm an awkward person, but I enjoyed the conversation immensely, if I didn't say that enough. I hope to have Isabella on a future podcast, which, Bella, if you're listening to this, yeah. You can check out all of her socials down below. It's got TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. You can go and check all of those out. Show some support. If you enjoy this podcast, leave a like, subscribe. If you're listening to it on iTunes, a review would be fantastic. You guys know all the stuff. I also have a Patreon. That link is down below. If you want to get some exclusive podcasts and exclusive videos, you can. It's got some fun tiers. But I enjoyed this. I hope that you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. And without further ado, that's not how you end it. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Do something nice to somebody. Peace out.